Hi there, fellow cultists. This is DM Nell, and I'm back with another episode of Shadow Talk. This is episode number 112, and today I'll be talking a little bit about some weird wizard news and a new release that I wanted to mention to you all. So let's jump right into it. So the first topic is the Shadow the Weird Wizard update that was put out on the Facebook page for Shadow the Weird Wizard by the Demon Lord himself, Mr. Schwab. And so I'm just going to read this verbatim here. This was about a week ago. He posted the following. Shadow the Weird Wizard, which is book one, is pretty much where I want it. It will come in at 384 pages and be part of a 2-book slipcase. Book one files are loaded for inspection and commenting. Any remaining comments on this will go through final editing, and the editor can raise questions if it's an issue. All right, so he goes on to talk about how he's had kind of a family crisis with his mother-in-law having a stroke. So let's see if we can get some community love going out to the Schwab family. Send as much positive vibes as we can get flowing in their direction. He also mentions he's going to start working on, or he's going to be working on, Secrets of the Weird Wizard Book 2 as he can, which is going to be slightly smaller. So I'm not going to read the whole post. It's out on the Weird Wizard Facebook page if you want to read through the whole thing. But then somebody in the same community asked a follow-up question. Mr. Schwab, or Robert Schwab, you mentioned there being 2 books, and the second book being called Secrets of the Weird Wizard. What content does the second book have, if you're able to divulge? And his response is that, yep, I'm working on secrets now. It includes the Sage, setting, and enemy chapters. Shadow contains all the player content. Shadow looks like 384 pages, while Secrets is likely, or is going to be really close to the same page count. I intend to include both in a slipcase with screen and map. Just have to source production costs and finish this revision, and we'll be underway. So that's awesome news. So we know that we're going to be getting a player book, and now we're getting a Sage book, which is basically your player's handbook and your DMG. Now, what I'm hoping is that the Kickstarter, and Mr. Schwab, if you are listening to this, make this happen if you can. The Kickstarter needs to have a stretch goal that is a bestiary, or a monster manual, however you want to, whatever you want to call it. You need a monster book. That was sorely lacking in Shadow of the Demon Lord, and we want a monster book. I want a monster book. I don't know about the rest of the community, but damn it, I want a monster book. And that needs to be a stretch goal in your Kickstarter. So make it happen, please. We want some. I'm going to be throwing all my money at you. So there you go. That's what I want. So anyway, good news on Weird Wizard progress. We should be hopefully seeing the kickoff of the Kickstarter sometime in the next couple months. So looking forward to that. All right, so that was the first topic for today's video. The second topic has to do with the latest release, and this was a release that hit, I think it was last week, on Drive-Thru RPG, and it is a new supplement for a new not a new master path, but a new novice path, actually. Which is interesting because we haven't really had a whole lot of supplements dealing with new novice paths. In fact, really, we've had, we have the 4 in the core rule book. Then we had the Adept, which was put in the Forbidden Rules supplement, and then we had the Bred for Battle supplement, which gave us a bunch of variations of the Warrior path. And that's really been it as far as novice paths. All the other supplements, provided us tons of expert and master tier paths, but we haven't really gotten a whole lot more from a novice tier. I think that was on purpose. I think he's wanting to keep the game rather simple at the lowest level of the game, and then add complexity as you grow. But yeah, this new supplement, the Scientific Method, provides us a new novice path. So I haven't read this, but I'm just going to go over the first couple of pages, and then we're going to do I'm going to read it more thoroughly and decide if I'm going to open this up for my players to use in a future campaign. So let's see. Credits: writing design, Ronnie Anderson. I believe he's the dude that is RA Press, who does a lot of third-party supplements for Shadow the Demon Lord. And then we have Patrick Bloom, Adrian Beeler, and Robert Schwalb, of course. The usual assistants from Jay Spite and Kara Hamilton for editing, proofreading, layout, and then illustrations by Jack Kaiser, the wonderful artist that has given us so much Demon Lord content. All right, so what does this say here? It says, your mind is destined for greatness and has no need of words of power that mages and their ilk rely on. All you need is your brain, some elbow grease, a lot of time, and much needed funding. The Scientific Method introduces the scientist as an optional novice path. All great institutions on rules study the sciences in some form or fashion, but the studies have largely melded with technomancy and alchemy, with many places teaching courses on both. From the steam-powered trains that run in the northern reaches, often augmented with technomancy to properly function, to the flying ships that traverse great distances, to ignore the scientific aspects to many of rule's important devices is seen as great folly to those with a mind for science. So, yeah. And, we've actually had some science expert and master paths released as well. So, you could go the full science route at this point now that you have a novice path to start off the whole process there. So, it gives you the scientist. Gives you the level 1, 2, 5, and 8. Also gives you scientist training table to kind of give you the background of how you became a scientist. And then it looks like you can choose from various sciences. I'm imagining that you probably pick up a few of these as you go. I haven't read this, so I'm not sure. But the sciences that are presented here include botany, chemistry, etymology, geology, metaphysics, physiology, psychology, technology, and zoology. So this is a 9-pager? Yeah, 9-page supplement. Lots of juicy novice path goodness here. So it's on Drive-Thru RPG. I think it's buck or a couple of bucks and some change. So yeah, go out there and check it out. And again, this expands the novice path options, which this game's been out since 2015, and there's only been like I said, just a couple of supplements that provide optional novice paths. So this is definitely something new and worthy of your scrutiny. So take a look and throw some money Schwalb's way if you like what you see. All right, so that is it for today's update. I want to thank you all for watching as always. If you like what you see, please subscribe to my channel and hit that little bell icon if you want an update whenever I post. I do try to post an update on the various social medias whenever I do a new video, but I'm not really great at sticking with that. So if you really want to know when I release a new video, then subscribe and hit that notification bell, and you'll know when a new video drops. All right, so thanks again, and I'm out of here. Let's see, how do I turn this damn thing off?